I'm BJ from riderswholesale.com. I've got our 500cc Wolverine here. We've been selling these units since 2008 now. We've got thousands of customers all across the United States, and we've also got thousands of customers all across the world that have bought and that are riding these UTVs and have become to, love them. Basically, they're built by a company called Hisun in China, and they're rather dependable if you really take care of it. A lot of people call this UTV a lot of different names too. I'll give you, for instance, if there's a Cabela's in your area, they sell these at Cabela's, and they call them a Coleman outfitter. Coleman thought enough of these to actually sell them under their branded name. You're going to pay a little bit more from them. You're going to pay a little bit less from us if you order one online. Now I'm going to show you around and show you all the features that this machine has to offer. Alright, like I said, this one here is the Hisun Fight Wolf. They come in a lot of different names out there on the market. I'm going to start up here in the front. You've got a real rugged front bumper on it. It's got a steel bumper behind this plastic casing. You got a 3,500 pound winch on this. Sometimes they might vary. You can lock it in and out, and you've got a lot of winch cord on it and a lot of power to pull yourself out of any sticky situation that you get in. This right here is the leaf camo finish on it. Real nice hunter's finish for out there in the woods. If you really want to blend in, you're going to be able to blend in well with that camo pattern. You've also got some fender flares here that keep you rather dry and keep the mud off of you. And then you got the chrome alloy wheels, front and rear. And this one here has got the Carlisle tires on it. Really aggressive tire. They last forever almost. You've got the independent dual A-arm suspension on the front with the adjustable coilover shocks. You've also got a front sway bar on the machine, which really helps the ride. You've got a lot of ground clearance up under it too, so you can go over a lot of real rough terrain. You've got disc brakes on the front. You've got disc brakes on the rear. You've also got a rack and pinion steering in here. It's real easy to turn. You're not going to have no problem steering this machine. It takes a little effort, but it really ain't all that bad. Then I'm going to go up under the hood to unlatch the hood. You've got rubber latches on each side. And you get extras whenever you receive your unit too, whenever these break, or if they ever do break. It just flips forward like that. Basically, your battery box is right here. You got a cover that seals your battery and your fuses, and all your electrical components are in there. This is a water-cooled 500cc unit. This is your radiator. It's got a fan on the back of your radiator. You've got a coolant cap on your radiator, and you've also got a coolant jug here that's got a high and low range on your radiator coolant. That right there is where you can add more. You can add it into the radiator. This is where your hydraulic brake cylinder is. Right there, it's mounted to your pedal on the inside of the machine. If you ever need to bleed the brakes, put new brakes on it, or add fluid, right there is where you're going to add fluid. And that's basically what it looks like up under the hood. These here are your horns. Pretty loud horn on this machine too, if you want to get somebody out of the way out there on the trail. Got a foldable windshield on the front. You just unlatch it and it folds down, it folds up. A lot of people like that. You've got the rugged hard top, and what I like about this top is you've really got a lot of give to it too as well. If you hit a tree, it's not going to break. It's not real brittle, so that's real nice on them tops. Then I'm going to come on over here, and you've got your mirrors on both sides. Then you've got your roll cage that's going to protect you out there. If you was to ever flip this over, you've got a real durable roll cage. You've got a handle here for your passenger, and you've also got a handle over there on that side for your passenger. Then you've got the headrest back here behind you, and then you've got the bucket seats on each side. These seats come in and out. You've got a metal rail here on each side of your seat that kind of helps to hold you in the machine. If you don't like that, I get a lot of people that get in and out of them a lot. You can just unbolt that and take that right off the seat. Another seat feature that they've added to these machines since the first ones that we ever sold was this little tray pocket here. If they get water in them, the water's going to run right through. It's not going to rot your seat. That's really nice. You got a real comfortable steering wheel on it with a couple different style grips to fit your hands. That's real nice if you're out there on the trail and you're riding for a real long time. I've noticed this right here is where you turn your headlights on and off on this machine. It's got turn signals too. I'm gonna turn the switch on. It's over there on the column. You just do it just like a car, left and right turn signals, and then you pull it back for your high beams, or push it forward to turn your high beam lights on, and it lights up over in your gauge package whenever you do that. I turn signal on. You see that the right turn signal is lit up there. And you've also got your emergency flashers here to turn your emergency flashers on. Alright, you got a real rugged size plastic door on the side of these that's going to keep you real dry, and it's also going to keep a stick or anything like that you run over out there in the trail from getting up in the cockpit and harming you. I love these doors. They come in real handy. You got a handle there. It's real easy to open the door. It's spring loaded right there with some rubber pieces. You get replacements too if one of those would happen to ever break. I've got an original model back there, and I've never had to replace those before, but I've heard of people doing that. You've got a lot of room here in the cockpit too. As you can see, a big person could get in here real comfortable. It's real comfortable out there on a real long ride or whatever you're going to do with it, work, play. And up under this seat here, your seats come out on both sides. You just flip the lever in the front of the seat, pull your seat out. You got a little bit of a compartment there that you can put some things in, take out there on the trail with you, a little bit of storage up under that side. The other seat on the other side, whenever you pull it out, you got your gas tank under there, and then your center compartment here, it comes out, and your motor and everything sets in the middle of the machine. Your air intake for your machine is right here between you and the passenger. As far as driving your UTV, you've got a high and a low range in it. It's an automatic. You just shift it right into gear. You pull your shifter over, shift it into high. You can see it lights up there on the dash. Then you pull it over once more, shift it all the way forward, and you can see that it goes into low range there on the dash. You also pull it back for neutral. A real important thing about this is it's got a safety for your reverse, and it works off your brake pedal. So whenever you shift this into reverse, you've got to match the brake pedal to shift it into reverse. If you don't, you're going to break this shifter. That's really the main problem we ever had out of these, is people tugging on the shifter and not putting their foot on the brake pedal. You've also got an emergency brake here that works off the center axle of the machine. You want to park the machine. You've got a storage tray, sundry box here. It's got 2 drink holders in it. You've got just a little bit of storage in there for something, and you've got a little bit of storage here in the front. Right here is where your winch cable actually plugs in this machine. I'm going to show you the cable. You've got a rather long cable and a remote. Works real easy. You can stand outside of the machine, or you can be in it and work your winch. I think that's a real nice feature there. Whenever you get it, you're going to get a box of stuff. You're also going to get a parts catalog. It's got your parts in it. You're going to get another parts catalog that's got your engine parts in it. And then you're going to get a title with your machine. That's sort of what your title looks like with your machine. You also got an owner's manual too. And you got some CV boots and some other things. We just put it up here in the dash whenever you receive it. Most of the time that's in the dash or it's in the box, one of the two. This dash is rather deep too. A lot of storage in there for whatever you want to take out there on the trail. And it just shuts and turns. You've also got a plug right here. If you got something electrical or a heater, whatever, you can run it off of that, your GPS. A lot of people like to run their GPS right there. You've got another tray right here. This is actually a tray for your radio. If you cut that out, a radio will fit down in there. And you've got speaker holes right here on both sides. It's already cut out for your little speakers to already drop into. It's already pre-wired under the dash too for your radio. It just plugs right up. You can have a radio put in this machine in 10 minutes, 15 minutes or less, something like that. It's another neat feature. Now I'm going to turn the key on. You got your push button 2 and 4-wheel drive right here. Right now the machine is in 2-wheel drive. When you push it down, it locks into 4-wheel drive and it lights up right there on the dash. That right there blinking is your gas gauge. This one here don't really have a lot of gas in it. You got an RPM gauge. You've got a trip meter right there. You got a clock. You've also got a heat hand, your park brake light, and then your other lights up here I've done showed you. Your mile per hour and your clock. You can also flip this switch over to lock your differential in too. If you get in a real sticky situation, you can diff lock it. As you can see, it's real easy to put this in 2 and 4-wheel drive. It's real user friendly too. It's not real hard to operate. All right, now I'm gonna start with our bed. You can haul a lot of payload in this bed. There's a lot of room in it. The most important part about it that I like the most is it's a steel bed all the way around. Real steel in your bed. A lot of these units come with plastic beds. You've got this rubber mat here too that lays down in your bed. It's real nice. If you got something in there, hauling something and you want to dump it out and you put it on top of that mat, it really helps it dump out of the bed fast and easy. You've also got 4 tie downs inside your bed here. If you want to put something in there and tie it down, take it out there on a trail, it's not going to move around. Pretty rugged tie downs too at that. Your tailgate folds down the back. You just unfold it here. The tailgate folds down. And to dump it on both sides of the bed, you've got a lever here. You just pull it. It's automatic dump. To shut it, all you do is slam it back down. If it's a little hard for you to slam it back down, it's real easy. If you get behind the bed, pick it up, slam it back down. As you can see, it's going to dump really well if you're going to haul anything out there. Then, back here in our rear suspension of our UTV, you've also got a place for a hitch if you want to pull something. This is rated to pull about 1,200 pounds. You've got your dual A-arm suspension on the back, your adjustable heavy-duty coilover shocks where you can haul a pretty heavy load, or do whatever you're going to want to do with this. You're going to be able to do it. All right, now we're going to fire this thing up, let you hear how it sounds. Whenever it's idling, you can tell it's real quiet. It's not going to offend nobody. You're going to be able to talk to the passenger. And you got a lot of power with this unit too, so you're going to be able to do everything you'd ever want to do. Make sure it's in neutral before you start it up. So you can see there that it runs real good. And you're going to have a lot of fun out there while you're riding this, remember that. All right, now I've got our seats out and our motor cowling out, so you can see where the motor is in this. As you can see, it's real easy to get to, and also if you're going to wash this off, it's real easy to wash off. You just take that out in less than a minute. You can get in there and hose everything out. Over here on the passenger side of the machine, on the top of your engine, is where you change your oil filter, and right down below your oil filter is where you check your oil. That's going to be one of the main things that you're going to want to do with this machine is, the maintenance on it. Make sure you check your oil, change your oil, and go by your manual and really take care of it. And if you take care of this UTV, it's going to be something that's going to last you for several years. You're going to be able to pass it on, sell it, whatever you want to do with it. And remember, you've seen it here first at riderswholesale.com. We get you where you want to go.